All right, open week was good. You know, as a coach, your only concern is you hope you don't kind of lose the edge that you had, your focus, those kind of things. But there's no reason for that to happen. I think from the standpoint of refreshing physically, emotionally, and mentally, it was really good. I know Sunday when we practiced, our players commented a lot about the freshness of their legs and things like that. With yesterday off now and coming back today, I think that'll hold true. And that's good. We need to be fresh and fast as we go into these last 3 games. Got 3 tough games ahead of us. We know that. Arkansas State is a good football team. They played well at home. They're 2-time defending Sun Belt champions. Yeah, you have to acknowledge that when you get ready to play them. They're a balanced, good, solid offensive ball club. They're multiple good, solid defensive ball club. They're pretty solid in the kicking game. They don't turn the ball over very much. They're one of the few teams like us in the league that are plus in turnover margin. They play well at home. Coach Harson's done a nice job in his first year. You know, I think it says something about the mental toughness of the team when you see that they've won 10 straight road games in the conference. That's hard to do. Very hard to do in any conference. Maybe Alabama's done something like that, but that's hard to do. I think the other thing that kind of sticks out for me, and you have to, I'm not sure how you acknowledge or who you acknowledge in this, but 4 years, 4 different head coaches, and they march on. That's, you got to tip your hat to maybe the administration for the good coaches they've chosen and for the way that they've handled things. Something's going right at Arkansas State for you to have a new head coach each of the last 4 years and to continue to go well. Steve Roberts probably built a better foundation than maybe people realized, and certainly those coaches have done a good job of building on top of it and making it even better. So, questions?
With someone like Harson coaching there, do you look back at his past sort of body of work offensively as far as kind of what to prepare for?
A little bit. You know, we can kind of check back on things. They're kind of unique. Our trick play tape on offense for against our defense is a little bigger than normal. I think there's 36 of them on there, and in 9 or 10 games, that's quite a few. So we have to spend time, you know, preparing for those things. But yeah, you know, that's the advantage of an open week. You can do a little. You got time to do a lot of research and things like that. So you do check back.
Do you have any relationship with him except for?
I met him for the first time really at Sun Belt meeting, so I haven't known Brian other than to hear about him and stuff down through time.
You see his mustache he's working?
I-
You know that new November thing? It's like a bushy mustache. Hopefully it was a fake. I saw a picture of it. It's kind of crazy.
Haven't seen that.
Look if you can grow a picture.
You'll be looking for a long time.
Kids were talking to him about how good they felt about the offense, how hungry they still are. That's reflected in their practice grades.
It has been. Sunday was great. You know, last week we practiced Tuesday and Wednesday, and he's lifted on Thursday. And Tuesday and Wednesday were good workouts. They weren't long, and we didn't really do any game planning. We worked on ourselves and looked at a few wrinkles and things like that. And then Sunday's practice was really good. And I anticipate today's being good, just from the spring in their step and everything. You know, when you go 4 or 5 weeks like we did and play tough, close games and have to practice hard and the heat and the legs and you know, there's just X amount of work you've got to do in a week to get ready to play a game. And it takes a toll on you. I know our first year here we played 12 straight. And I remember how tough that was on our team and not wanting to do that anymore. So this open week was very timely.
You said during the off week you wanted to give each coach to give each player one thing that they need to improve on or one thing that they need to look at. If you could give us an idea, I guess, you know, maybe Tyler Jones, maybe let's just say, you know,
Tyler Jones, footwork on certain plays, seeing past tackles, things like that. Mike, it could be, not being down the middle on a pass rush, but being on the edge on a pass rush. For all defensive linemen, that could be something like that. You look for those things that you've been coaching all of them probably anyway, but again, you've heard me say this, you kind of are what you are, so you just look for something that maybe we can get a little better at, and we broke it down all the way to individual players. How can Tyler get just a little better? How can Adrian get just a little bit better? I think the coaches have done a good job with that. And hopefully the players have been able to absorb it and focus on it. Maybe make some improvements.
For all these little things, definitely things that add up in the long run.
They do if they get better. And if they get worse, they add the other way. There's no doubt they get better. They help. At this time of the year, everybody's got your film. Everybody sees some of your strengths. Everybody sees some of your weaknesses. We see theirs. Players, when players watch tape, they watch individuals more than scheme. Quarterbacks watch scheme, but like Friday night at our film thing, I'll ask the offensive lineman, tell me about the defensive front, and they're spot on. They're really good. Okay, now 44 does this, or 77 does this. They're really good at those things. They watch who they're going to block and what his things are. So when you get an open week, maybe you can work on some of those things that they're seeing that aren't real good.
Does anybody really separate himself in practice with that quick tackle position?
No, I think we'll probably go through the rest of the week before we make a decision on that. Tuesday and Wednesday we'll have practices to do that. And I'm not sure Sunday was, but this week, the game plan really goes into more in effect today. So I think we'll probably want to go through Thursday before we make a decision on what's out there first.
Do you think you threw a wrench in a lot of other, I guess, your next three opponents' kind of game plans a little bit against you guys because of how well you passed against Idaho? Maybe you guys can show much of it, as well as, I guess, South Alabama. Do you think you noticed a little bit of change? I think that would notice a little bit of change in your game tape.
I would think a little bit. I think might still look at us and think we're a pretty good running team, but I think they're going to, we're going to garner some respect in our ability to throw the ball after one time left.
You guys said you were coaches going out recruiting this weekend. How did y'all do? How did you feel good?
I think good. Recruiting is when you're second, it's not good. So, but our reception was good. The high school coaches are great. High school coaches in this state keep track and they know what schools are doing well. So that was really a nice part of it. We have a large number of commitments for us at this point in time, and we spend a lot of our time checking on them. That was good to be able to do that and getting transcripts and things like that. Of course, we still got spots to fill, and it gave us time to delve further into prospects that we've been following to see how they're doing. If we want to, we probably have a few guys that I know we have some guys now that we'd like to offer that now that we've seen more in their senior year and things like that. So it's been good, and we haven't. We were probably needing to get out a little bit sooner, so it was good that we finally got out and had 2 good days to go.
How have you noticed the reception change since you first got here towards Texas State, toward what you guys are doing in the program? Has it changed from the high school coaches? Has it changed from the players?
Well, I think without trying to sound brash here, I did bring a reputation for high school coaches in the state, and so that gave us some credibility, I think, because they've dealt with me before and they know what we stand for. But there's no doubt it's made a huge difference with players. And that the first year we were FCS, and then we're in transition, and now we're in FBS and we're winning. I think this recruiting class, I'm be it 2021, whatever it is, commitments at this point in time is pretty good. I would not anticipated that. Got on a good roll there for a while. snowballed with our good start, and that was good. So it's improving, which is good. We needed to. Facility upgrades have been a huge part of that, but success and winning, and guys from the state like Tyler Jones or Lowe or whoever doing well catches a lot of people's attention too. So it's all good positive stuff.
But you're basically a young team on offense, a young quarterback,
Very.
young guard, young backs. I mean, how important is the game? I would say this last three game stretch, is to their maturity moving forward. I mean, if you guys can work this and move forward, obviously, it's a big feather in everybody's.
It is. You know, Steve, we're getting better on offense. I hope that continues to show that in this 3-game stretch. But we played a solid game against Idaho offensively. Much better than if you go back to week 2 or week 1 or probably even week 3. We're better on offense. Adrian Millard is playing with so much more confidence. And, I'm using him, but a lot of those young guys have so much more confidence in what they're doing, and they've been through some battles. Tyler Jones is, what's he started, 5 games now? 6 games? So he's much farther along. And you're right, we only lose Devin, Adrian, Isaiah, and Andy off this offense. So I'd like to think we're going to continue to grow and get better. Now we need to be at our best offensively these next 3 games, because the teams that we're going to play are good football teams. Arkansas State's John Thompson's always been a great defensive coordinator. I went against John when he was at Arkansas, I was at Alabama, and he's always done a good job. Western Kentucky, Nick Holton is doing a good job there. They're ranked very high statistically in the conference defensively. Troy's been a little up and down defensively, but they're so prolific offensively. But if we're going to have success in these next 3 games, we've got to show that we've taken steps offensively, and we'll have to be more like Idaho. We'll have to be more diverse, I think, and hopefully we're going to be able to be that way.
Speaking about Arkansas State, I'm going to use numbers here because I guess since I'm coaching this on tape, running backs 25, 34, 25 didn't play last week due to a suspension. I asked Carson in the teleconference, he said that 25 is back. 34 had a big game last week. Do you notice the difference in their running styles between?
A little bit, not a lot. I mean, I don't know if Craig would tell you one's a stronger runner or whatever. I think they've got 2 good backs, and which either one of them is going to do a good job. Oku, I think, is one of them's name. Is that 25? And the other kid, I think, is Gordon or something like that. And both of them are pretty good run backs, pretty solid. They might have a little different styles, but not like we got to make a big change based on who's in the game. I don't think. And Craig might tell you a little bit different. I haven't noticed it that much. He studied harder than him.
And Oku's a pretty physical back, from what I understand.
Yeah, they're both pretty physical.
In last game against Chris Baker, big back, they guys had a little bit of trouble with wrapping up a little bit. So is there more of an emphasis now on trying to bring it to the ground, gang tackling, and not missing the first tackle?
I think that's always an emphasis every week, but yeah, I think when you face bigger backs, you need to get more to the party, and you need to wrap up when you get there. You can't arm tackle. You can't be off balance. Get yourself in a position where he's the nail, or the hammer, and you're the nail.
Coach, we kind of touched on this last week. Your team is already won 6 games. You're already taking huge strides. And you go into this last stretch of games with a lot on your plate. A lot great that can happen, a lot great has already happened. I mean, you guys as coaches that look at that, and I just found it seems like the kids are really talking about how they're excited about you and taking the next step. And obviously, you guys have to be that way too, right?
We are. I mean, open week gave me a little time to reflect a little bit about the season, and you go back and see Craig Mager's interception or stealing the ball at Southern Miss, and Andy Erickson's big catch, and Tyler's throw and run, and you go back. I Ben Iges' big play against South Alabama. You also see some that could have went the other way for you too. But you know, to get to 6 wins and bowl eligible in our second year in FBS is a good achievement. But I don't think anybody's satisfied. I think we all feel like that we can win all or any of the next 3 games, and we could lose all or any of the next 3 games. I mean, you know, you should never do this, but there is means of analysis is to say, okay, Arkansas State beat South Alabama by 1, and won't be. You know, those scores are never true indications of things that you should look at, because you can also say, well, they beat Monroe 42-14 at Monroe, so you shouldn't do that. But I think what you gather from the analysis of the teams we're getting ready to play is we're going to be able to slug it out with them, I think. You know, we're probably going to be the underdog, maybe in all 3, I don't know, a little bit, but we were against South Alabama too, so, you know, we play good, we'll have a chance to win. If we don't play good, we won't. Yeah, you know, if they play as good as they play, we play as good as we can play. I don't know. I don't want to give anybody credit for being better than us yet. I like our team. I like our players. I like their attitude. I like their desire and hunger to do a little more. I think they're having a lot of fun playing. They're having. We have a great chemistry. We have a great togetherness. We have a great spirit. Great's an overused word, I know, but one for all for one. I mean, I'm having about as much fun watching these guys and coaching this team as anybody I've coached. If we lose the next 3, I won't like that, but still, I don't want the next 3 to tarnish what they've accomplished this year. And I think we don't need to go, you know, for us, we don't need to go play tight in these games. We need to go let it all hang out and go after this. You know, it's not like we have something to lose. We only have things to gain, really. It's a good position to be in. And, you know, that's probably part of the message I'll give the players as the week goes on.
How do you drive that message home when you feel like the team has to focus and to really do not darkness on that work we have to finish that? I think it's the last thing you have to focus. How do you go about how do you go about making
I talk to them a lot.
how do you get them to stay focused?
Well,
What are you talking
if we're in the heat of a game, I talk to them a lot about next play focus, next play attitude. The most important play in a game is the next play. Most games come down to a handful of plays, and you don't know which handful they're going to be. Even a game like Idaho, where you had a little cushion, probably still came down to 4 or 5 plays. And if you make those 4 or 5, you win the game. If you don't make them, you probably lose the game. We can see that in Monroe. We can see that in South Alabama. Lafayette kind of got away from us, maybe. But most of the time, they come down to that. So you better stay focused and play every play as hard as you can, because you don't know which ones are going to make a difference till you look back. As far as a week of practice, I talked to them a lot about the process of preparation, about getting in and watching film on Sunday and Monday on your own. And Monday's your off day, but you really need to watch your opponent a little bit so you're ready for Tuesday's practice. They've probably already done that open week. I know they have. Tuesday is going to be a more physical day, and the game plan goes in, so you've got to come ready to learn the game plan and the nuances of the game plan against a new defense or offense. The tendencies, Craig's great at giving them tendencies and things like that, and so is the offense. Wednesday's a little different, a little bit like Tuesday. Thursday, now we're into third downs, we're into goal line, we're into short yardage, we're into situations more. So it's a building block sequence of a process, and if you don't stay focused, then pieces of that puzzle aren't going to be in place when we get to Friday. And what we do on Friday is we take the week's work and we say, okay, these are screw-ups that we need to fix. So in our walkthrough on Friday, that's what we do. We go through things that haven't maybe registered as clearly as we want to for them. And they know, and I talk to them a lot, you know, I really give my, I don't know, kind of, I guess you'd call it pump-up speech or whatever. I really give it to them Thursday after practice. I'm a big believer in the mental aspect of the last 48 hours of preparation and getting your mind right to play well at kickoff. And so I really talk to them hard after Thursday's practice about all that. Friday's not a mess around day for us. Friday's a serious day for us, and our meetings are built to reinforce and teach and regain everything in them. You know, I speak to them at pregame meal on Saturday, again, to reinforce those things. Really in the locker room before the game, I don't have to say much anymore. If I can say much then, it's too late.
You know, from speaking with Raptors, he used a lot of terms like, you know, driver's seat, and not in a bad way, but in a good way, that, you know, you got to control your destiny. I mean, that's just a great thing. It was not to get all metaphysical, I guess, but with humans, like, we love the free will, we love to control things. You guys have that control at the end of that. If you guys went out, you're second place. If you guys went 2 or 3, probably in the goal. Does that just make it easier to get to your team? Look, we can do this. It's in our hands. Nothing else.
That's kind of what I told them on Sunday. You know, and it's a good position to be in. And, you know, let's get ready and go do it. You've kind of reiterated there what I've told them, and that's what they did to you, which I like because that means they're listening and they're hearing what I'm saying, and that's important, you know, for them to be hearing what I'm saying to them. So they know what they're playing for. They know what's out there. They know what they've got a shot at. You know, I don't know if you could tell it or not, but they played really hard against Idaho. I mean, really focused and really hard. And good, because Idaho played their best game of the year, I think. And, you know, they wanted that 6th win. They could taste it. They wanted it. And I think they're still in that area, which is what, you know, the control of where we're at. And, you know, as a coach, you worry about open week losing your edge a little bit, but I don't see that right now. But it's my job to be concerned about those kind of things. So,
Coach, covered you for as long as I have, and known you for as long as I have. Your team seemed to do well after an off week, just like you do. When you add a couple things, a couple of wrinkles that some other coaches may not do. You feel like the teams have an advantage off of you, the way you kind of handle the situation?
well, I don't know if I want to pat myself on the back and say that. I think I grind hard on the next team in an open week. I grinded hard on 3 teams in this last one, but I really grinded on Arkansas State. It helps. I know it helps now. You can add some things. You can add some wrinkles. I think you can, you know, Stephen, you have 2 weeks to get ready to play a game as opposed to them having 1. I think that works in your behalf. You know, and as those tables turn, keep in mind that Western Kentucky and Troy have open weeks before us. I really enjoyed the Sun Belt. If I have a thing I'm going to raise my hand at the conference meetings and say is, hey, we have 4 teams have open dates before us this year. I don't know. I mean, I know we've got some unusual TV scheduling in this league, but whoa, wait a minute here. I want 4 open dates before I play some of these people.
You only have to play the 2 conferences.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, that's Lafayette had an open week. Monroe played on a Thursday, I think, or Wednesday, and then Western Kentucky and Troy had those. So, I do think it helps me get my team ready. I know that.
Knowing how hard and how you grinded through all those tapes, and you just said, and how much you you like coaching this team, how bad do you want this? I don't mean this game, this season for your team. Whatever it may lead to, however it may go, how bad do you want this?
Well, I don't know how to measure that, but I want to continue them having success and seeing them reap the benefits of what they've committed to and sacrificed for. It's special. You want good things to happen to them. I don't think you can ever say you deserve anything, but you certainly, as a coach, I don't have to have this. I've had a lot of things. I've got rings and watches in there, but I'd like to see these guys get some reward, and the school and these fans and these alums, and Dr. Trouth and Dr. Tice for the commitments and things that they've made. So anything that we do is a great feeling that we're able to give something to the Texas State family here that's kind of special. I like being a part of things and coaching that people haven't done before. This is one of those things.